And unlike a lot of people that I grew up with, the majority of the foster kids, group home kids, they end up in the system. They end up in prison. They end up on drugs. They end up on the streets. I turned 18, I aged out, was homeless. After I went through domestic violence, I took a hold of my life and looked at it and said, I'm over 18 years old. Who's going to control my life? What decisions are going to be made? The decisions I made were to fight against the system injustices. I put myself through school. I have an associate's degree in criminal justice now. I'm 75% done with my bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and I fight. So what am I doing to give back? I fight for our homeless community.
Awesome.
Our homeless community is victimized by CPS at an alarming rate. Daily we see children being taken. Broken systems, no shelter, no wraparound services, no help, just to come take these kids. These systems place these people on the streets. They're broken. So, what's happening on the streets? I'm just going to give you a brief because I got a lot of time. But this system is so crooked and people are so afraid. With the constant sweeps of the police officers coming every 72 hours to remove people, to move them, and then expect them to get stable is insane. Okay? They're finding the kids. They're finding the kids in the rivers and on the woods. I don't know if you guys know this. There's 10,000 to 11,000 people alone here in Sacramento County that are on the streets. So, what are we doing? Well, we can't trust our doctors. We can't trust our lawyers. We can't trust CPS. We can't trust the systems that are not in place. We don't have shelter. We can't figure it out. So what are we doing? We're hiding. We're helping the people hide. We have people giving birth in their cars to hide CPS. We have people giving birth in tents. Undocumented children because they don't want them taken. And that is the first thing that happens, I'm telling you. 1 week, a lady gave birth alone in her car. Not even a week later, they got pulled over for tags. The baby was taken. What's the problem with all this? The problem is we don't have the services to reunify these families. Whether you have a drug problem, whether you have whatever your issue is, there needs to be outreach for those things. Don't just take people's children away and not offer them help or rehabilitation. And for foster kids and group home kids, there needs to be wraparound services because there is nothing for us. So, that being said, we need to outreach. We need to fight these injustices, not only locally, nationally. We fight poverty. This group right here, Poor People's Campaign, was founded by Martin Luther King. We fight these injustices. It's systemic racism. It comes from buildings like this that make systemic things to keep us poor, to keep us down, and to not allow us to elevate. I want to appreciate everybody for being out here as well, though, because the power of the people and the change of the narrative is what needs to happen. And that's what this is. This is what this is about. And for all of you fighting for your children, I have a 20-year-old now. Okay? Something that a lot of people don't know is that when you're in the foster youth home system, once you age out of that system, foster youth are followed by CPS. Your first child, your second child, third child, guess who's involved? CPS. We need to fix these systems. These systems need to quit alienating people, alienating parents. And we just need to continue to fight. More rallies, more voices, more people. Thank you.